If you're looking for a rotor or a windshield wiper motor, yeah, you'll find it at CarQuest. Take it from Roy Clark and the repairmen. If it's a really tough part, then don't lose heart. Yeah, you'll find it at CarQuest.
Stop number 3 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the running of the CarQuest 400 here at Las Vegas, a new sponsor for today's event. So, should be a good race here today. 27 laps of distance here today at this event. On the pole for today's event at 192 miles an hour, it's Kyle Matthews in car 29, our winner at Rockingham. And beside of him, the defending race winner, Rohit Baderview, number 90. Row number 2, Dylan Poteet, number 83, our Daytona 500 winner, and beside him, the 66 of Luke Walker. Then it's Seth Cole, car 52, and starting in the starting in row number 3, and alongside is Jack Richardson, 19. Ann Batson, number 3, starts inside row number 4. Beside her, the 2 of Dylan Young. Then row number 5, Johnny Gardner in 42, and the 12 of Charles Sanford. And here comes the command to fire him up here at Vegas.
Drivers, start your engine.
And get the fire the engines. Row number 6 has the 7 of Andy Timmons and the 90 and the 68 of Jeremy Doobie. Then it's the 33 of Chris Dollerton, and beside him Stephanie Naylor in 26. Chris Washer in car number 5 has the inside row, and beside him in the 4 is Joshua Osborne, who had a good run in the nationwide race here at Vegas as well. Oldsmobile and Ford occupy the front row spots here as the pace car ducks off on corner number 4. And let's see what happens. So green here, looking field lined up in 2-by-2 formation as they come down to the start-finish line. Green flag in the air. We're underway here at Las Vegas. Kyle Matthews out in front here. He took off like John Force in that start as he goes up to a substantial lead on this first lap of the race here. Dylan Poteet goes inside of Rohit Baderview for number 2 position now. And with his good buddy Seth Cole right behind. And Cole moves Dylan up the track. And Kyle Matthews out of turn number 4. He'll lead the first lap of the race. He came in 7th in the nationwide race. So looking for another top 10 run as he... Here in the number 29 Hardy's Oldsmobile. 3 wide, 2 rows deep back in the near the top 10 positions right now. Whoa! And no problems in the turn on the back stretch. And Batson's around. No, lots of cars involved in this. Oh, and 22 Cody Lamas gets hit in the wall. Kyle Sosnowski looks like he's clean. Dalton Day, he's damaged up. And at 20, Leah Walker was in it. Jeremy Doobie, Ann Batson, Adrian Becker. Dougie Shears looks like he's coming down pit road. Rohit Baderview looks like he might be clean. I'm not sure. Tim Feigl in the 17 all creased in just a little bit. And actually, Dougie Shears' deal was actually a little bit after. Let's see, he and Leah Walker and Dalton Day, that was all in a separate crash, actually. And yeah, right there, going to turn number 1, Leah and Dalton, they're leaning on each other hard in turn number 1. Yeah, right there. Oh, Leah Walker up on 2 wheels there. Dalton Day, he's just couldn't get off the wall right there. And Leah, she's and her, and there's see Dougie Shears, he's getting in his, he's up in the wall as well. Now let's take a look at what happened to Ann Batson on the 3. She's in the middle of Chris Dollerton and Dylan Poteet. And out of turn number 2 they come. Let's see what happens there. Looks like somebody tapped Poteet and put him right in the Ann, and there you see right there lots of cars get involved in this whole deal right there. Jack Richards, he's crashed. Rohit Baderview, he's spun. And yeah, Dylan Young, he taps in right there. There's Luke Walker in 66 in it. Yeah, that's it right there's where Doobie and Becker all got into it. Adrian Becker, that is. Yeah, Luke Walker in 66. Kyle Sosnowski, I believe he's clean. There's where the first records came out. And yes, Sosnowski, he's clean in this whole deal as well. Shame for Ann Batson. She had a good qualifying run going on, too. She had a good qualifying run, and then she all fell down for her in the first lap of the race. But no, she's still in the race, though. She's still in the lead lap in the... yeah, she's still in the lead lap in the race, though. She's in 30th spot. Only car out of the race is Leah Walker in the 18. She'll end up last today in the race. But right now, the man who runs the Internet CRA Series Cavalcade, Seth Cole, has the lead in this race in number 52, the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. 52, of course, one of his favorite numbers, as a matter of fact. That's why Seth picked this car. Andy Timmons in the 7th runs in second place right now. Third is the pole sitter Kyle Matthews, Vince, Chris Dalton, and Johnny Gardner in 5th. The green flag back in the air. We're back underway here in Las Vegas. And Seth did what he had to do. He had to clear the lap cars of Dougie Shears and Jack Richards. Josh Osborne was in 6th position. 7th is Chris Washer. Stephanie Naylor in 8th. 9th is Cole Daly. In 10th position is now Nick Baxter as he gets by Dylan Poteet. And the start finish line, Seth Cole leads the lap here, number 52. Laps here at Vegas over 190 miles an hour here on this racetrack. Chris Dalton goes past the 29 of Kyle Matthews, and now here they come. Oh, and hard in a wall goes Andy Timmons, him and Stephanie Naylor. Yellow flag west, we'll see who wins the race back to the start finish line. And oh, we got more problems in turns 3 and 4. Seth Cole wins the race back to the start finish line with Johnny Gardner second. Oh my gosh. Kyle Sosnowski doing a little wall scraping. Ann Batson, she's crashed again. Dylan Young. Adrian Becker. Rohit Baderview. Looks like the 7 and the 26 caused a big one. Sometimes a 2-car crash goes a long way, and I believe this was it. Watch what happens in replay. Stephanie Naylor, no, Andy Timmons comes down on Stephanie Naylor. Now watch Andy. Takes a 190-mile-an-hour shot in the inside wall, and also right into Stephanie Naylor's driver's side door. Sends Stephanie sideways. Now Andy goes back up the track, and Dylan Poteet about hit him almost. But Jasmine Acosta doesn't miss him, and neither does Zed Weinstein. Oh gosh, 75 Ryan Richards, he barely missed. Oh gosh, yeah, that was a horrible. Jessica Shelton, she's crashed. Dougie Shears, Mike Becker, Kyle Sosnowski, Ann Batson, Dylan Young, Tanner Doobie. Oh, Dalton Day hard into Jessica Shelton, and Andy Timmons and Adrian Becker. And there was a separate crash too, I believe. Yeah, huh? Ann Batson, she didn't have any damage from that first crash. And then she comes up at 70 Naylor and bam! Dylan Young, 70 Naylor all of a sudden acting like a pinball here in And Adrian Becker, she got crashed as well in a 27. trying to think where Adrian was there in this whole deal. Yeah, let's see what happens. There she is in replay right here. She does wall scraping and she spins out, and Kyle Sosnowski's riding along the wall as well. But that was a hard hit for Andy Timmons in the 7, as he had, I mean, the impact speed of that car in the inside wall was over 190 miles an hour. That's a super hard crash for Andy in that 7 car. Right now, Seth Cole, car 52, has the lead in the event as we're almost halfway through. 12 laps of 27 about to be completed as they get the green flag this time by. Field out of corner number 4, past car ducks off on the pit road. Seth Cole leads, Johnny Gardner second, Chris Daugherty third, Chris Washer in 4th, and Kyle Matthews in 5th position. As they go to the start finish line, green flag back in the air, we're underway. Chris Daugherty goes inside of Joshua Osborne into Johnny Gardner, excuse me. Joshua Osborne's in the 4. I don't know why I mentioned him. Osborne is up in the field. He just takes the 5th spot away now from Kyle Matthews. Chris Washer now goes inside of Johnny Gardner for the 3rd spot now. Daugherty in the 2nd as Jack Richards holds up Johnny Gardner. Richards was a lap car in this whole mix. As Seth Cole once again gets a good restart. Chris Daugherty like a shot out of a cannon, goes up in the lead now as he and Seth Cole go side by side. Nick Baxter in the 8, where did he come from? And same with the 6 of Charles Jackson. Jackson goes inside. He'll take 2nd place away now from Chris Daugherty as Nick Baxter goes into the lead now. As they go down the backstretch now, Charles Jackson tries to take a shot at it. And now the 94 of Pichu London gets into it as well. Same as the 1 of Daniel Day, the 44 of John Lena. What racing we're seeing here at Las Vegas. 190 mile an hour plus down the backstretch. And Talladega like packs here as now Daniel Day goes in the lead, but now John Lena wants to lead now. And at 44, he's got the push for the 14 of Joshua Michaels. He's up in the mix now. Cole Delly gets into it in the 24. 11 to go. It's amazing to me they were able to hold on this long here as now Cole Delly dives inside the 24 as he now goes to the lead now in this event. And Charles Sanford right behind that 12 car. He was the winner at Homestead last season. That thrilling finish there. 10 laps to go here at Vegas, and who's it going to be in the CarQuest 400. Lap car ahead of Zed Weinstein is now Seth Cole goes in the lead. Keith Batson, where did he come from that 28 car? Batson the 2nd now, but now here comes Johnny Gardner in the 42. The season 8 champion in this series. He's not out of this yet. Neither is the 75 of Ryan Richards. We haven't talked about him yet in the 75. He's now going in the 3rd spot now with the help of Kyle Matthews. Richards a rookie in this Cup Series, but I'll tell you what, he is driving like a veteran here this season so far. As now the 29 of Matthews goes into the 3rd position now with the help of Tanner Doobie in the 25. Tim Feigl up there in the 17. Johnny Gardner inside for the lead, the 42. He and Seth Cole side by side. Cole's got a strong car on the outside. But now Gardner and Cole Well, did have a drag us to the start finish line, but it's Johnny Gardner to lead now. Tanner Doobie in the Chevrolet to second. Now for the lead. Field kind of catching up to Zed Weinstein. It's going to be a critical moment here. The lap car up ahead. Now what are you going to do? And it's Chris Washer coming out with in a good on this one. Joshua Osborne goes into second place now in the 4. And Zed Weinstein's making a lot of drivers mad now. Jeff 21 of Ty Sheets goes in the 3rd spot now. And now it's Osborne closing in on Chris Washer for the number 1 spot. Washer in the 5, Osborne in the 4. A pair of Chevy Luminous going at it. Osborne dives inside for the lead. 5 to go. Just tremendous racing we're seeing here in Las Vegas, and now the pack is caught back up. But now Adrian Becker, 27, she's now going to be another lap car. Osborne goes up high. And he uses Adrian Becker as a pick. 4 to go. And now Osborne has got a substantial lead now. Smart racing by Joshua Osborne, and looks like we may be under yellow, I don't know. Nope. But Osborne had a big lead there, but now maybe everything's going to go down to the... Only problem with these cars, though, when you're out front by yourself, though, you're slower than the pack of cars you're running with, though. That's the only problem it's looking like here. As this pace now drops up down to about 190 miles an hour, down to 187. But now he's got the pack of cars right behind him with Chris Washer in the 5. And the 1 of Daniel Day, the 42 of Johnny Gardner, all that bunch. Now Chris Washer goes inside. He's going to try to make a little run at it. 2 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Joshua Osborne has not won since season 2 in this series. And pace car looks on the pit road. We're under yellow again. And it might have been Adrian Becker and Charles Sanford, I think, I'm not sure.
Should we run? What if they catch us? Please. Mal and Kishka has a better chance at catching the husband.
And, yeah, Pichu got tapped from behind by Cody Lamas. And Adrian Becker goes back down inside, spins around, and hard in the wall she goes. Becker and Sanford, yeah. Well, no harm, no foul in the Becker and Sanford deal. But what a break it is for some certain driver in that yellow car, I believe. And, yep, it will be. So, for the first time since season number 2 or 3, I don't remember which one it was, but it's been a long time, Joshua Osborne will get a win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series as he will take home the title at the CarQuest 300, the number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet for Morgan McClure Racing. I tell you what, Chris Washer, he's got to be thinking, doggone it, that last lap would have been undergreen. I'd have had him. And he would have, too. He was coming on like gangbusters on Osborne before that yellow flag flew, But off of corner number 4, they come to the start-finish line. The number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet, Joshua Osborne, will come across the start-finish line at about 65 miles an hour. And he will do it. He'll win the CarQuest 400. Chris Washer comes home second place. Third was Johnny Gardner. Fourth was Nick Baxter. Fifth, Daniel Day. Average speed of the race, 1:17.027 on the average. But a big win for Joshua Osborne, car number 4. He got close in the nationwide race. But this time, it had no doubt about it here today in the Cup race. Chris Washer comes home second, then Johnny Gardner, Nick Baxter, Daniel Day. Excuse me. Joshua Michaels comes home in 6th position, 7th Tanner Doobie, 8th Keith Batson, 9th was Mike Becker, and 10th position was Cole Dally. So Mike Becker, a good recovery from being involved in one of the earlier incidents here. And then Seth Cole comes on 11th. He had a good car the whole race too. Ryan Richards comes on 12th. 13th, Kyle Matthews. 14th, P.J. London and Charles Jackson. Ty Sheets, John Lena, Cody Lamas, Chris Darton, and Tim Feigl, the top 20 in today's event. And the rest of the order here. 11 cars out of the race. Dylan Poteet, Dylan Young, Ann Basson, Stephanie Naylor, Jessica Shelton, Dougie Shears, Rohit Bannerby, Andy Timmons, Jasmine Acosta, Dalton Day, and Leah Walker all out of the race because of crashes, and yeah, is what it all was. But Joshua Osborne, car number 4, takes his first Castrol GTX Cup Series victory since about season 3, I believe. Long time coming for Joshua, but he finally pulls one off in the number 4 car. And here's your points as they are right now. Keith Batson with a 12-point lead on Mike Becker. Osborne 3rd right now in the points chase. 4th, Nick Baxter. 5th, Kyle Matthews. Daniel Day, Chris Washer, Tim Feigl, Seth Cole, and Cole Dally, the top 10, in the points. And rest of your order and there's the rest of your order. Stephanie Naylor down and currently lagging down there in 38th. In the points chase. Next race on the tour, Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Bass Pro Shops 500. Don't miss it.